Paper X are genuinely unstoppable right now at Masters London. They're so unstoppable that I am very confident they're going to win the event. I'm so confident I would love to hear if anyone thinks anything differently. Comment below if you think another team is going to win. That would be Vitality, EDG, or Lev. Paper X have beaten 2 of those 3 teams, by the way. And comment below your reasoning as why you think A, Paper X won't, and B, whatever team you think will win the event. I would love to hear it. Paper X have snowballed through London. They're playing stuff that is unlike anything you've seen before. The Yoru on Ascent comes to mind. The Neon on Breeze as well, while not being as off meta, is still not even remotely close to anything teams other than Global Esports are playing. They have been dominant. And in this video, we're going to break down just how they become that unstoppable with their game plan and how maybe someone could stop the train at Masters London. I'm Lionzblade. Hit that subscribe button and thank you so much for watching. Let's get into it. Look at Paper X's buy here. They have 3 pistols and they're going to win this round, but the way they allocate their credits is literally perfect. See, they're very outlaw aware. All that means is you know when your enemies are going to be on light or regen shield and be one shot to the outlaw. When you have a guy like something who's one of the best oppers and thus one of the best outlaws in the world, it is so important to be outlaw aware. Add into the fact that we're still in a meta for now, the buffs are coming where initiators have to wait 60 seconds to get their signatures back. It is so crucial and decides games if you are able to understand when you can use an outlaw and when you can't. They have a set play on B. They don't even go B. They have a set play on B. They're going to paranoia off his contact, and they're getting all this mid space off barrier as well as the B space. That is huge. You're 5 seconds in and you know, okay, well, more like 10 seconds in here, you can see, okay, we're all the way down mid. There's nothing mid. It's probably fully committed A. You have something here. It's perfect. But that's not even where they go. See, Vitality start going towards A, and they play the very EMEA style of Valorant, right? First of all, I have no idea what Sayonara does here. I don't believe there was any utility to get him off this bomb plant. He literally just, for some reason, decided, I don't feel like planting anymore. Swings a Sheriff and loses the 1v1. He was their Vandal full shield guy, by the way. He was the only guy with full shields. Now everyone is one shot to something's outlaw. I don't know what was going on right there, but you can see after this, Vitality get the trade, and then they call a pause. They want to play the EMEA style of Valorant. They get their pawns up on their chessboard, and they're like, okay, we'll trade this utility for this space. And Paper X get tired of it. They go, no. They shove the chessboard away. They throw the pieces on the ground, and they start their retake. You can see Vitality start trying to tap. We're going to do this. No. Eventually, Paper X are just going to run through, get these kills, Jing, Divide, and it's a 4v2 almost immediately after that. You can see Vitality try and pick up the pieces, but eventually Profek is left in a 1v3 because of something's outlaw. Again, being outlaw aware in a meta that rewards outlaws, even with Vitality's double initiator comp, and boom, they win this round where they had 3 pistols going into it. It is absurd stuff to see. If you watch this channel, you know Valorant is a mental game just as much as it is a mechanical one. One mental mistake can lose you rounds, and that can lose you games, meaning you're not playing to your true potential. That is where Flow State by NeuroOptima comes in. Flow State is built for true mental clarity, not just energy spikes, and there's a reason that Tier 1 and 2 pros are all switching towards it. It is better than anything else on the market. It'll give you true mental focus, and it will not let you crash. It's an all-in-one cognition optimizer that boosts how you think, mental clarity, and gives you clean, sustained energy for up to 6 hours. If it's going to work at the pro level, I promise it'll work for you too. So go ahead and play to your true potential by getting some Flow State. Link is in the description, and you can use code LIONS for 15% off. Go rank up, and let's get back to the video. And if you just want to give Flow State a try without committing to a big bag or anything yet, I completely understand. Just click on Variety Pack, go down here to the Flow State Starter Pack, and you'll get 12 of these. It'll be 3 per flavor of these little sticks you can use. I've used the rest of mine, they work. So you can figure out your favorite flavor. After code LIONS, it'll run you about 35 bucks, link in the description. Vitality called a timeout before this round, and it's so interesting to see what they force themselves to do, which is literally sit behind barriers for like 30 seconds. They sit here and sit here and sit here and do nothing. The really interesting thing, though, is it doesn't matter. Paper X aren't pushing here, and they have control of, honestly, a lot of the map. See, Chronicle, for some reason, I believe only orbed 2 times. That is correct. 2 times on all of attack. It could be 3, but I believe it's 2. He never orbed this except for those aforementioned 2 times. So Paper X are able to get mid sight lines from here. It's normally what the Viper Orb is used for, to try and take control of that space and deny vision. Instead, he just stands there. Devi is able to just go, oh, okay, there's nothing mid. And then eventually, once this comes up, he's already headed back up here, so it doesn't matter, right? So after a minute, once they start trying to come B again, this is why you had them holding for 30 seconds, slowly but surely something with that op will start to scale down. Of course, Divide just dry peaks and gets one, almost gets a second here, and that doesn't hurt matters, but what really ends this is the aggression from PaperX. By the way, that wasn't just a random, oh wait, they're fighting mid, let's see if they're B main. Off the drone sound here, then they had their Neon go in and try and kill the drone player. They think he could be alone is my assumption here. Even still, it's 1-to-1 trade, and they end up winning because something, he's slowly but surely gotten down here, bang, hits the shot, and then we have a PaperX sandwich on the B-bomb site here. You don't want to be the meat in a PaperX sandwich. It will not go well. Chronicle gets taken out and Durka gets opt. It's a beautifully played round from PaperX, and again, I'm not going to try and oversimplify all of Vitality's troubles on Breeze attack onto they didn't orb this, but I do think PaperX took advantage of the fact that they had that visibility mid and didn't need to necessarily have a player up here nest like you normally would if your Viper orbed that. I'm really not trying to like harp on this mid orb too much, but this is one of the 2 rounds that they uses it, and immediately alarm bells start going off for PaperX because this is not standard. So they've walked down mid already because they're very aggressive like that. They dart and say, hey, is this orb up here because you have a mid insert? Survey says yes. He breaks the dart and then immediately gets ran down and killed by PaperX for the first blood. Now, this didn't necessarily lose the round for them, although obviously losing that much map control can't be easy. They did get the trade out onto Envy, but then immediately these players mid and then something able to cover their flank so they can keep fighting up here. Divide getting that kill on Durka, the round is over. I mean, just a beautifully played round from PaperX. The second they know that, or even suspect that there's a solo player, you saw it with the Sova drone the last round, they are going to run you down any chance they get, and they're going to win that fight most of the time. Awesome stuff. This is not a drill. A Viper Orb has hit mid doors. You can see it here. Chronicle puts it out, but if you'll note, he's playing back here. He's learned his lesson in playing a little too aggressive there, taking that space because he knows he might get ran down, so he plays back here and waits. Now, PaperX have had such a good defense half, in large part because they've gamble stacked and been right on a lot of it, but also, even when they're wrong, their retakes have been so good that it's enabled them to get up this 8-3, about to be 9-3 lead on defense. You can see how they scale in. See, in this comp, Forsaken is used kind of as bait. Something a lot of the time on attack will literally just fully like insta-lock Reyna level, lurk around the map on attack with an op, and he's able to. The same thing applies on defense. You can just have Forsaken be the bait. He's the bait right there for Durka's missed op shot. He's the bait to get up close and personal A. But remember that mid lurk. Right here is where the bomb is planted. Because of the breeze changes, it's very difficult to see this plant from mid. In fact, you cannot where it's planted right now. So after this kill from Chronicle, he either has to like knife out run or wrap back main. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to see bomb. That's going to be important later. Anyways, Forsaken is so close because he was able to scale with the neon wall here that they end up getting the kill main and then bang. 2v2, Durka dies, but wait. We've talked about the mid issue, and now, look, he can't see bomb, he mollies, and it does not matter, and PaperX go up 8-9. Forsaken's stats are sometimes talked about on Breeze, like right here you can see once he goes down, it's, oh, he's 5-11 when they're up 9-30. It's not a big deal at all. It's not him underperforming, it's just the role he plays. If there were more attacking rounds, I could show you more, but there are only a couple because PaperX were so dominant with how they play Breeze. They allow something to go and op around the map, and thus he entries and does great at it. He just doesn't put up the insane stats, and you don't really put up crazy stats on Neon consistently, regardless, no matter if you're the solo entry. I absolutely love what PaperX do on Pistol here. They call a 4-1. They have Devi outside A just to make sure that they're not going to give him a fight, which they don't. Durka backs off as soon as he sees him. And look at what Something does on A. He LARPs an entry. He dashes into his smoke and then immediately runs backwards. You can see it here. Bang, bang, and then goes back. It causes the Harbor Cove to come over here, meaning they don't have it for B. He could have technically walled. I do think that there's a higher likelihood that he would have coved this than walled it. Like, if he had Cove, I think he would have coved this. But, again, who knows. I love, though, how Forsaken shows that he is the bait in this, right? Immediately, he's pretty far ahead of his team, 1-for-1, and then he lets his teammates come in, do the rest. Something gets that kill. Devi's able to lurk mid, gets 2, and then it's a 2v1 from Durka. And again, PaperX are so good at taking those team fights that you almost forget about the individuality until it gets into a 1v1 spot. But right here, Something completely takes a dump on one of the best players of all time in this when Durka had the weaponry advantage. Great stuff there from PaperX to take the pistol. On their bonus, Paper X literally just run a 1-3-1. It's kind of like you saw Vitality do on one of the previous rounds I showed you, where they just wait for any aggression. The difference is that the Paper X take more space when they do it. You can see up here towards mid, they're not being passive in this default, they're being more aggressive than anything. Vitality, they're happy to match their aggression, which I understand, right? We've seen, because I took so long to make this video, Paper X and EDG, when EDG beat them, it was a lot of taking the fight to Paper X and just winning out those fights. So it's very difficult to say if this was like a bad choice. I actually like it. It just doesn't work out, as you can see here, because of all the space Devi gets over on A. This is also something that was kind of shown in the First Bloods as well. Paper X had a ton of First Bloods, don't get me wrong, but when Vitality got First Bloods, they were almost always immediately traded out on another part of the map by Paper X. Swapping over to attack, the space in the map is almost always traded out immediately by Paper X, as you can see here. Even with it being a 2v3, Devi is able to get them passage onto A, and eventually, again, a lot of the game comes down to you get shot in the face, you die. I can't remember who made the rant, if it was Brent or Sideshow, but one of Valorant's greatest rants, if you know what I'm talking about, so I don't sound crazy. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you get shot in the face and you die. Devi here just shoots people in the face. I mean, it's beautiful to watch when someone is just feeling it, and he clearly is in, like, flow state. Here, look at this shot. Just some nasty stuff right there. Bang, bang. I'm not sure I, like, love the decision to drone there. I'm not sure if Sayonara would have been noted if he didn't, or if he felt like he could have, you know, gotten a trade or whatever. I understand that when he did start to drone, he still had a teammate down at doors, but I don't know. Regardless, I don't think that him droning or not droning was saving this map for Vitality. Paper X look unstoppable and are in Grand Finals right now, because, again, I took so long to make the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. It would mean a ton to me. Comment below what you think Paper X are going to do this Masters event, and I'll see you next time. Peace.